More for Kids is a movement inspired by my first book, No More Traumedy. This book is for children to teach them how to face their feelings, acknowledge them, and share them. Not only share them, but overcome stress, anxiety, and depression. Now, save this date right here, Sunday, September 22nd. I am having a health and wellness expo in Rahway, New Jersey. It's going to be amazing. First of all, if you have a child that's going from the 6th grade to 7th grade, they're welcome. Actually, all students are welcome. And the purpose of this event is to teach adults, children, everyone that it's very important to cater to your health and your wellness. Now, let me tell you how this is going down, okay? First of all, there's going to be food trucks. I don't know about you, but I love to eat. There's going to be various food trucks. It's at the Rahway Rec Center, so there's going to be plenty of space. Now, we also have vendors. If you are a vendor and you have some type of product that can help the children, help the adults, you are welcome. We're going to have 20 vendors inside the gymnasium. The gymnasium is huge. So when you first come, you can check out the vendors. And then we're starting at 12 o'clock sharp. But like I said, the doors open at 11:30. And we're going to have a specialty section just for the Rahway students, because I had a program this past year for the 6th graders, and we're going to give them a little special section just for them so that they can mix and mingle with the new 7th graders. And then we have special breakout rooms for these students. There's going to be 5 separate breakout rooms. Example, one of them is going to be yoga poses and breath work, because this can teach children how to express themselves, how to calm themselves down when they get mad. We have another person doing karate. And the purpose of this event, as I mentioned, is to teach children that when you get mad, angry, upset, that you don't have to just keep all those feelings in or express them by yelling and screaming and fighting, but by helpful ways. Now, the cool part about this event that makes it great for everyone is there's going to be activities outside and inside. There's going to be a gaming truck. If you're a kid and you love to play video games, this is for you. If you're an adult and like to play video games. So there's going to be a gaming truck outside. And again, the purpose to teach a child what you can do when you're feeling angry. We have some great jump ropers coming through to teach you how to double dutch, all this sort of stuff. We're going to have some local businesses in the area as well doing yoga. Now, we talked about the activities outside, our gaming truck. I almost forgot. We have DJ Drewski coming through on the ones and twos. Okay, I know that's not cool, but you know what I mean. We have DJ Drewski coming through. We also have a 360 camera, so you can take pictures while you're there. And we definitely want to give a great big shout out to the Rahway Rec Center. Also, the town of Rahway, the mayor and his staff, they're working with us to make all of this happen. I'm so excited. The best thing that I want to share, we have a special song by Tony with the Keys, who created a song for us, and we're doing a music video this day. All of this is inspired by my sonny boy, we love you, Molly Molly, to change the world. So if you want to have some fun with your family and not even have to worry about anything, it's free. Did I repeat? Free. You can't pay any more for that, right? So September 22nd, whether it rains, whether it shines, it is going down. I cannot wait. Rahway, New Jersey, if you're in Maryland, if you're in Delaware, if you're in New York, sign up. I'm going to put the link right here because it's limited space for some of the activities. Think of it like a carnival. You know when you go to a carnival and you go by and you have that activity, you have that activity, and we're going to have a cool contest at the end. We're going to break people up into 2 groups. Adults and kids, because we're going to need some adults for this. And it's going to be sort of like a scavenger hunt race thing. So for example, you'll have one game and then you have like a pie eating contest and then a tug of war just to see which team wins. Super cool, right? And to end this off beautifully, we're going to be in the gym. We're going to have a panel discussion with some of the students. We're going to have different little, not activities, little shows. So for example, the dance studio, the karate studio, the steppers, they're going to have 3 to 5 minutes to show us what they have. So if you want to come through, if you want to have some fun, again, sign up here. I am Stars Tina. I'm so grateful to be bringing this event to you. I'm so grateful and thankful for everyone that's supporting me on this. And I'll see you then. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. Bye.
Hey, happy Friday. Yes, we made it through the end of the week. I am Stars Tina, your host of the 7 a.m. cup of motivation. If this is your first time, I do want to welcome you. I want you to roll over to YouTube and subscribe. This morning we had an amazing class. We did mindful movement with Chris. What am I talking about? We have an online fitness boutique studio. So if you're a woman and you're looking to grow your health and wellness, you want to tap into our tribe. We have classes 6 days a week, 6 a.m. on Monday through Friday, Saturday at 8 a.m. And we have all sorts of classes. And we love our Chris. She does mindful movement to help you with your mobility and all that wonderful stuff. So if you're looking for that, tune in for that. Now, this show right here, we are here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., kicking in the doors, bringing you that motivation. Motivation is amazing, but unfortunately, doesn't last too long. It's not usually there for some people. I'm going to say for most people, okay? Because most people I see, they're just dreary and sad. So after the motivation, my focus is to inspire you. What truly inspires you, right? What makes you say, I got to get up. I got to get moving. I'm feeling great. What are those things? And then after the inspiration comes the transformation. We've had some amazing guests this week, and the two speakers this week kicked out like their sayings. The one of them was conversations lead to transformation. If you're comfortable with being uncomfortable and having those uncomfortable conversations, they're going to lead to that transformation. They're going to change to that growth, right? Because a lot of people, they're not comfortable feeling sad, feeling angry, feeling depressed. I mean, I don't want you to feel that way, but you truly have to tap into what you're truly feeling. Renee, if you can bring that emoji board up in a second, or whenever you get it, just pop it up there. And I want to show this to you because sometimes as adults, we truly don't understand what we're feeling, how we're feeling. And we really want to tap into that. So if you see this board right here, I'm going to put it right next to my face. You see right there, there's the different feelings and different emotions. Right? I love this one right here. It says funny. Am I the only person who loves to laugh? Right? My daughter makes me laugh so much. I'm like, girl, do you know you're a comedian? Do you have that person in your life and they just make you laugh all the time? Good morning, mommy. Good to see you. She is that for me. And then you have like those inside jokes. You have anyone that you have inside jokes with? Oh, I love it. So I want you to truly each day, just tap in with yourself. Get super present. Wherever you are, you're probably saying, how do you become present, Tina? And let me give you some tips. First of all, smell. Tap into all your senses, but smell, right? What do you smell? Right now, I smell a burnt pot because I wanted to make some tea this morning. I had to do a very important interview this morning, and my throat was kind of dry. I'm like, I'm going to make some tea. But I forgot the water on the stove. Am I the only person who forgets the water? I guess I got to buy a new tea kettle, right? So I'm here, and I'm like, what is that smell? And then it's going, I'm like, oh, you're burning the pot because the water is gone. So, your senses, a way to become present. What do you smell, right? What do you hear? Right now, I hear the air. I hear my voice. That's about all I hear. And then what do you see? So if you're in a situation, what happens in life sometimes is we'll think about things from the past. And when you're thinking about the past, when you're thinking about the future, you might get a little anxious. You might get like not feeling so good. Force yourself to become present. And I say, look for a color, look for the color red. I can find red everywhere. Look for the color purple. Smell, tap into your feelings. When you're forcing yourself to look at colors, to find things, you're forcing yourself to be present in that moment. Thank you so much for showing that, Renee. So this event that we're having, it's inspired by my book, Traumedy No More for Kids. I'm not sure if you got your book yet, but you can tap into that link right there and purchase your book. You can also sign up for the event. When you text the word love to 732-656-8973, you're going to get a link so you can sign up for the event. You're going to get a link so you can purchase the book. Why do you want to do this? Because we all need this. Yep, I said it. This book can be used for adults. It can be used for children. It doesn't really matter because it's super friendly for everyone. So I like to do a scripture every week. And the scripture, was she reading my mind? Was she reading my mind? Okay, Renee. Okay. That's my dog. We love Renee. So each week, my focus is to memorize a Bible verse. And this week's Bible verse is Philippians 4:19. And I'm trying to not look down and just remember it. And And God will supply all your needs according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus. All right, I got a couple more days to remember it. A couple of more days, couple, 2, 3. That is the verse of the week. So when we're tapping in today, it is Friday. I told you I wanted to talk about transformation and conversations. That was something that someone said. Another person said time equals love. Time means love. What does that mean? You're going to spend time doing the things you love, right? Who does something? Okay, maybe you do things you really don't love because you have to, but you really don't have to, but you have to sometimes, right? You're going to spend time doing the things you absolutely love. You're going to spend time with the people that you love. You may not like them. They may get on your nerves sometimes, but you're going to spend some time with them. And I'm not saying you have to spend a lot of time, because there's a huge difference between quality and quantity, right? You can spend hours and hours and hours with someone, but you're not really talking. The conversation is drab. It's like, but you can spend like 7 minutes with someone and it feels like heaven. It gives you that glow on your face where you're like, hey, you're feeling good, right? So when it comes to your time, just kind of evaluate what you're doing with your time. I heard someone say they break their day down by 15 minutes. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot, right? I'm really focusing on like that 30-minute mark. Like every 30 minutes, what are you actually doing? So the last thing is movement equals healing, right? And lately, it just seems like, I don't know if it's the premenopausal thing, I don't know what, but it's like my brain is just like so many things. It's like, I feel like Michael Jackson in that Scream music video with Janet. And he's just like, you notice Michael screamed a lot, right? He was on top of that car. Like, you got to scream because you got to get it out, right? You got to get the feelings out. And you do that with movement. That's why fitness is the foundation for everything that I do, right? And yesterday morning, I just couldn't seem to get it together, right? Like my mornings always start off great, and I had an extremely important meeting yesterday. And I don't know about you, but I like to be a good friend, right? And by being a good friend is listening. And sometimes you can tell when someone really needs to talk and you want to be there for your friends, right? And I met a new friend and I could tell she really needed to talk. So I'm just letting her talk. And next thing I know, I think it was like 30, 45 minutes. And I'm trying to do all the auditings. And I'm so glad the phone says alarm, like your next appointment. And it said 9 o'clock appointment. It's like 8:46. I still didn't get in the shower. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I tend to double book myself sometimes. And I thought I double booked. Long story short, I was just like, okay, Tina, stop, pause, slow down. And I said, I'm going to meditate. So I came back in the house after all my mess ups with thinking it was 9 o'clock, but it was really 10 o'clock. Then I'm out the door thinking, I came back in and I'm like, you're going to meditate. Have you ever meditated? Write in the chat right now if you have ever meditated. And what is meditation? First of all, there's no right, there's no wrong with meditation. It's just being still. What do you think the next word is going to be? It's breathing. And the very first person who told me about you need to meditate was my son. Every morning I would send him and his sister videos, motivational videos, whether it was Tony Robbins, Lisa Nichols, Les Brown, like I'm sending them. And he's like, yo, ma, you don't need these videos. You're already motivated. You need meditation. And I remember the very first time I tried meditation, I laid on the floor on the end of the bed and I was like, what is the purpose of this? I don't get it. Didn't work out too well. But yesterday, just go on Spotify somewhere and I just typed in meditation music. And then I just sat there and I tend to hold my middle finger and my thumb and I let them touch. This is a pose. It's a udra. I don't know what it is in yoga. I am a yoga instructor, whatever. And I don't remember, but I hold my hands like this. And I always say palms up if you feel you need energy from the universe, and palms down if you feel you need to be grounded. If you're really not sure where you want to be, one hand on your heart, one hand on your chest. And I was just kind of sitting like this and I'm breathing. And many different ways to meditate. Sometimes I like to visualize, my eyes are closed, but I like to visualize a lake or a pond, let's just say water, and the water's not moving, it's just very still. And if you haven't seen this, I want to invite you at some point in your life to find a place, right, where there's water, where there's grass, where there's a big, beautiful trees. Maybe there's mountains. Have you ever seen this? If you haven't seen this, oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful sight. We were whitewater rafting, and I remember seeing this, but that has nothing to do with this meditation. So I want you to think of a log, right? And a log is just going down the water. Nice and slow, nice and easy. And I just want you to let your mind flow. And they say, like, don't think of anything, just be still, but it's kind of hard to think about nothing, right? So you're just there, and then you might get itsy, you might get antsy, and challenge yourself, right? Challenge yourself to stay still. I remember when I did my yoga teacher training, each week we had to extend the time of our meditation. It started from 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 25, 30, just like straight sitting, nothing. And I remember when I had to do like 25 and 30 minutes, I legit just stayed in the car because going in the house was like too much stuff going on. I was like, what were you doing? I'm meditating. Right? So those are things. Meditation is being still and breathing. So just to round up the 3 points that I got from this week's guest, which I'm loving so much. The first one, time equals love. Showing that you love someone is by time. The second one I said was conversations lead to transformation. And when I say transformation, I'm talking about all areas of your life. I like to always start right here. What am I going to say? Mindset. Conversations lead to transformation because it's going to stretch you, right? And transformation is what we want to do. And the last one, movement equals healing. If you want to heal your heart, if you want to heal your mind, you got to move your body. And if you're like, oh, it hurts, your arms may be swollen, your neck may hurt, it's probably because you're not moving. You got to move your body. Move your body. You got to move your body. Those are the 3 things I want to share with you today. Now, Renee had a question of the day up there. We're getting it all in. We're getting it in. She's going to pop that question up of the day. And the thing I love about Renee is she's just on it, on it, on it. I don't think she's human. I really don't think she's human, but because she's that amazing, right? Like AI, they're like, great. Here we go. Question of the day. If you could create a new fun I like this interactive activity for kids at the Traumedy No More for Kids event, what would it be? Interactive. So interactive, I think of like moving things. I got it. I want you to write your answers in there. But a new interactive activity I would like to do, it's really not new, but something where you're jumping in like balls. And then, like when you go to those fun zones, but it's balls, but then there's water in it too. And it's like an obstacle course. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. Kind of like those TV shows, The Great American Race, stuff like that. I think that would be so cool. I'm trying to think if maybe we can make one, but it's probably not going to be that hot. It's definitely not going to be that hot in New Jersey because it's next week, Sunday. By the way, click the link right there. Oh, Bouncy House would be cool. Click the link right there if you want to come to the Health and Wellness Expo. It's absolutely free. It's on Sunday, opening doors at 11:30. We have 21 enrichment activities. These activities are going to teach the children how to push through the pain, push through those uncomfortable feelings, right? We're teaching them how to understand what they're feeling, the tough stuff like anxiety, stress, depression, and then pushing through. The vendors, we have some amazing vendors. If you missed their interviews, make sure you tap into the interview, the YouTube channel, because most of them are there and they were so wonderfully amazing. So I want to end off today with something fun. Fun and exciting. But before we get to the fun and exciting, I said each day, I think we played it every day this week. I want to share my why, right? Renee's going to pop it up on the side next to me. We're going to play our video with our Molly games. We're having our give butter. We're having our donation, our telethon happening, going on. And the purpose of this is for all the events that we want to do, right? And I can put, don't play it yet, Renee. So the reason why we're doing this, the nonprofit is called the Jamal Molly Gaines Foundation, and it's in honor of my son. And there's 3 major events we will be doing each year. We've had this nonprofit for 8 years. I cannot believe it's been 8 years. February will mark 9 years. And every year we do at least 2 events. And we decided to get a little more organized with the stuff. My daughter and Renee and my mom were all a part of the board, and Naja decided to jump on board. But 3 major events that we're going to continue to do, because we've done them various times, right? The event that we're doing on Sunday, which is the Health and Wellness Expo. It's a back to school event. That's going to be an annual event. We're so excited about that. The second thing that we're doing is something we've done a couple times before. We did a whitewater camping trip for the boys. And then one year we actually had the whole family with it. So that's the next event that we're going to do. And that's happening next year in June. We would love to have you a part of it. It's like the whole family. Right? The first year we did it with just the kids. And then the second year we had families come together. So we had groups of family and we camped out overnight. Now, some people are like, I'm not sleeping outside. Well, they do have bunkers. The bunkers aren't that cute. I'm just telling you, they're really not that cute. It's like a little box. It's not that cute. But yeah, outside with the tents, with the fire and the marshmallows and all sorts of stuff. So that's the second thing we're doing. And the third event that we're doing is our awards banquet. We want to see the children get dressed up. We want to see the adults get dressed up. We have done so many things over the years. One of the events that I loved the most is we had a mother-son dance. And this event, I decided, because I never had that with my son. And I'm like, that's got to be kind of cool for a mom to have a dance. You know how they always have father-son dances, but what about that mother-son? So that's something that we did. So if you're looking for a company to invest in, and it's nonprofit, so it's tax deductible, right? Renee, go ahead and play that video for us right now so you can see the why I'm doing all of this stuff right here. Here we go. You can make it bigger. Can't hear it. We can't hear it. I don't know why there's no sound. Maybe you can pull it out. I'll do it, guys. I don't know why there's no sound, but that's okay. What I was going to say is this is the reason why we are doing this entire event, right? To just give back and share. And where is my screen? I think I lost you guys. Am I still here? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there I am. It looks like I pulled myself out. Cancel. Okay, there I am. Whew, I scared myself for a second. I'm like, where did you go? So yes, what we're doing is we're raising funds. And this is a telethon that I've been thinking of. Actually, Renee actually thought of the idea. So great work, Renee.
The young entrepreneur was killed in a business he owned downtown.
Laying there in his puddle in his own blood at that point. Literally holding him and screaming his name as he's taking his last breath.
Gaines was 21 years old when he was murdered.
And the Emmy goes to The Tape Room, Jamal Malley Gaines.
What's going on with my son? Like, I'm sorry, your son is dead.
And the last time I saw my brother was in the hallway where he died. And I told him, you need to get a gun. You need to have more protection.
Somebody knows something. Somebody out there has some answers about what has happened.
This is ridiculous. Okay, it should not happen. This needs to stop. Young black man with a business. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
They were coming after the story when they shot him. He was still just fighting as he was going down. He went out there charging like a lion, and that's what we named this foundation after, Lion-Hearted Legend, because he had so much freaking heart.
Greatness attracts hate and jealousy and envy and greed.
Yes.
When what it should attract is motivation. Because that's what Marley did for me. He motivated me.
So lastly, something I was thinking about as that was playing. So as you know, our book is coming out. We're going to have our book released in a couple of weeks. And this is a program that's actually in schools. That's why we actually came out with the book. And yesterday I had the opportunity of talking to superintendents, some people in school to get the program in another school. And in this particular school, one of their, I don't even think he was a teacher. I don't know what he was. Coach C. I actually met him in the summer when I had my whole staff together. And Coach C is from Jersey City. He's absolutely amazing. And he was supporting us so much. He brought me around different schools in Jersey City so that we can get the program there. And he passed away in the summer. And the school, it's a high school, 9th to 12th graders. And they were saying how the students were just like very sad, obviously, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Lean on Me. And Joe Clark was the principal at the time. And for some of the teachers, Joe Clark was like a father figure to them, right? And Coach C was like a father figure to some of the children there. And I remember when he was walking me around the school, it was like he was the mayor, right? Like all the kids were like, hey, how you doing? He's like, how's your homework? How's this? How that? And, you know, he gave me a tour of the whole school. And the woman that I was speaking with yesterday, I could hear it in her heart that she was still feeling a little something. This happened in the summer. And, you know, the day it happened, she said they did a balloon release for him. And the funeral was just absolutely beautiful. And I say that to say there may be one instance, right? And unfortunately, life goes on, you know, when someone passes away. For those people that are really close to that person, for them, they're kind of stuck sometimes in a time loop, right? Like for me, February 26th, if that's the date, I don't even know. It's like every single Friday, I'm thinking about some moment of that day. And not only the one traumedy that may happen to someone, but it's a ripple effect. It brings up memories from old things in the past. And there's something called cell memory. The cells in your body, right? When it's a certain time of year, they'll remember. It's like they remember those things. And you have to make sure you have the tools in your body, your Traumedy kit, right? To push through these feelings, because they're going to come up. They never go away. Right? The feeling from when you may have gotten divorced and your heart was broken. Maybe when your parents passed away. Maybe when your grandmother passed away. Unfortunately, these feelings never go away. But, and this is coming from my therapist, not just me, it's coming from me a little bit with the experience, it does get easier. Right? That pain gets easier. And you have to teach yourself to live a new life. It's the new life, the new you, right? But that's actually a book that we're going to be talking about in a hot second. But the new you is the conversation there that you have to think about when you're going through these traumas and tragedies. And I say that to say, if you have a community, if you have a group, if you have an organization, if you'd like to have our program in your school, this is a book that's in schools. Well, it's getting finished now, right? To teaching the children how to tap into those feelings, the social emotional learning. How are you dealing with your feelings when you get mad, when you get angry, right? This is what we call trauma-informed lessons. Because for years, I mean, I don't think anyone's ever talked about this before. And we don't want to make it scary, right? Because when I think of trauma, it's like, no one wants to talk about that, right? So we're going to change these words. I like to change the words to storms. And there's all sorts of storms. I was talking to someone yesterday and she was like, she just gotten back from China and she was saying they had a tufa. She couldn't get the word out. She was trying to say typhoon. She got it eventually. You have a tsunami. You have an earthquake. You have a hurricane. You have a tornado. You have all these things that happen in the world, right? Just shows how amazing our God is. But I like to label the entire thing tornadoes in the rain. I'm just a little different like that. And when you think of a tornado in the rain, it's a storm, right? And storms come and storms. I even saw like a hailstorm once when I was in Texas. It was absolutely beautiful. Yes, some people's cars probably got banged up, but it was great. And I actually picked some of it up off the grass and I put it in the freezer because my niece wasn't there to play with me. Hi, Elisa, if you're watching. And we actually looked at the hail later. So just remember, just like a storm, the feelings, they come, the feelings, they go, right? And each segment, session, month, whatever, I don't know if you have a picture of the book there, you can pop up now, Renee. The book of the week, not week. I wish I could read. I mean, I could read a book a week, but I'm not doing that. Book for the month. The new book is by Stephen Furtick. He is the pastor of Elevation Church. Hey! Woo! We love Pastor Stephen Furtick, and the book is Do the New You. If you don't have the space to read, because I don't know if I'm the only person who gets sleepy when she reads, it's all about the audio life, right? Audio. I got up to like chapter 12, and the person I was reading it with was slacking. They were slacking. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start all over again. So by Monday, I want you to have the introduction read. Should we go to chapter 1? Let's go to chapter 1. It's the whole weekend, right? Listen to the introduction, listen to chapter 1. And the way this book is going, he's giving 6 different mindsets. Hold on a second. Let me get my notes. Let me get my notes. Here we go. The New You by Stephen Furtick. 6 downloads from heaven sound mindset. And in chapter 1, this is what you're going to be reading about this weekend, okay? I'm not stuck unless I stop. Let me repeat. I am not stuck unless I stop. So in life, there's no way you're stuck. I'm stuck in this job. I'm stuck in this relationship. I'm stuck being fat. All lies, 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 lies. You're only stuck if you stop, if you don't move. You are not a freaking tree. Get up and move your body, all right? You're not stuck. Then he gives us action steps. Woo, woo. This is what I love. So chapter 1, this is what we're reading. I'm not stuck unless I stop. In the action step, commit to progress. Commit. What is a commitment? A commitment is something you're doing. No ifs, no ands, no buts, right? This is a no excuse kind of business. This is a no excuse kind of lifestyle for me, right? Anyone in my circle, if you're in my realm, you got to come correct. Right? You know what I'm saying, son? No, no, but seriously, I always think of it like this. You're only as strong as your weakest link. Do you want to be the weakest link of your group? I don't think so, right? But you do have to give people grace. You do maybe have to give people a pause because I don't know, sometimes, I tend to try to do too many things and might seem flighty. And some people try to do too many things. They need to pause. And then I realized this week, Renee and she's like I told her, if you were a man, I'd marry you, girl. I would marry her if she was a man. She said, Tina, that's the only thing I will not do. I will not turn into a man. But I say that to say, we want to change the world so badly. We want to do so many amazing things. It's like sometimes we catch each other like this. Sometimes we catch each other like this. And I'm like, well, why did you do this? Well, because I did this. And it's, it's just all in love. My point is, stay committed, stay focused, know your why. This is the 7 a.m. cup of motivation. I am Stars Tina. You can get rid of, that's our book for the week. You can get rid of that. I want to leave you all with an inspirational moment. All right. In this inspirational moment, gratitude. That's what I want to leave you with because things are going so great. And I don't know if it's this premenopausal stuff or what, but it just seems like I cannot get satisfied, right? It's like things are going every day, something amazing happens. Like I don't even know if I can announce it, guys, but I did an interview this morning. Let me see if I can announce it on a radio station, right? I'm not going to say anything. I'll post it. But on a morning show, I did an interview for our event coming up and I was like excited and that's a great thing, right? I should be like, yeah, I was on the radio, but I'm like, okay. And, yesterday, right? I got a new contract and it's just like, wow, all these wonderful things. But for some reason, je ne sais quoi, that means I don't know in French. Something is missing. And that's when I pull myself back and go to a state of gratitude. So today I want to invite you, no matter what's going on in your life, especially if it's something not so nice, look at the goodness in it because there's always something good in it. I don't care what it is, all right? My son was murdered. Yes, that's a horrible thing. Finding forgiveness, turning it around to transform the world. That's what we're doing with this program. If you haven't yet, purchase your book, get your group, get your organization, click that link in the bottom. Text the word love, LOVE, to 732-656-8973. Make you guys laugh when I was doing the interview. I'm not saying I forgot our website. Put the website up there, Renee. I'm not saying I forgot the website. I'm saying I got the spelling wrong. And it's a national morning show. Thank you, Renee. It's a national radio morning show. I was like, he's like, and what's the website? I was like, Traumedy No More. I was like, kids with a Z. No, it's not a Z. Hold on a second. But it was so much fun. Anyway, long live Molly Gaines. We love you, Molly. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. Bye. See ya.